just in time for the next lesson. I'm going to present the curiosità talent. The word curiosity evokes a tendency to snoop and is seen as a negative trait. This is probably why there is a saying, "Curiosity killed the cat," in order to warn us that curiosity is something dangerous. However, another important meaning of curiosity is desire to know. And if we go to the original word in Italian, curiosità means desire to learn something. This represents the continuous learning talent. Da Vinci was curious all the time. For instance, how many times have you used the Pythagorean theorem? I am sure many times. But since you probably learned it at school, how many times have you wondered about the demonstration of this theorem? Well, Da Vinci did, using geometry. Builders use the Pythagorean theorem to ensure perfect right angles on buildings, decks, windows, doors, and floors. Da Vinci wanted to learn what was behind the theorem in order to understand its many uses. Examples of the importance of curiosity in the life of Leonardo can be observed in the way he studied the human body and nature. He loved water and applied the mechanics of the human heart to design the first scuba diving gear, which was only redesigned in 1943 by Jacques Cousteau. In the book How to Think Like Leonardo da Vinci, Michael Gelb tells us that most business innovations are inspired by the question, what if? What if questions stimulate your imagination and transform your perspective? Consider any product or service you might offer and ask, what if I reverse it? Added something, subtracted something, interchange parts. Now let's look at the history of Google. In 1995, Larry Page and Sergey Brin met at Stanford University when Larry was 22 years old. Sergey was 21 and he was in charge of showing Larry around the campus. In 1996, Larry and Sergey started collaborating in the development of a search engine called Backrub. Backrub was used in Stanford University servers for 1 year. After that, the university decided not to use it anymore because they needed a broader bandwidth. So Larry and Sergey took Backrub a step forward. In 1997, Larry and Sergey registered google.com as a domain in September 15th. The name Google comes from a word game based on the mathematical game Google, 1 followed by 100 zeros, reflecting the goal of Larry and Sergey to organize an apparently infinite amount of information on the web. So you can see that Larry and Sergey asked the question, what if we transform Backrub into the most powerful search engine in the world? And they did it with google.com. For instance, my what if question is, what if cars could have more than one audio output so that everyone in the car could listen to his own choice of music with headphones? If we take a look at the most important companies of our time, we can find that, for instance, General Electric has a culture of continuous learning, thoughtfully designed to enable employees to grow their personal capabilities and reach their full potential. This is the essential ingredient to satisfy curiosità. General Electric started with the incandescent light bulb business and over time has been asking questions that empowered them to learn, to make things different, and today to diversify into appliances, capital, plastics, etc. Outside the General Electric building in New York City, one can read, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of high times," evoking the need for continuous learning. Now let's move on to the importance of the curiosità talent in the life of a software architect. Can you imagine the next scenario? You are a software architect. Your client is a doctor trying to solve a problem he has with processing some heart images in real time, and he believes you can solve it. When he presents the problem to you, you say, "I don't know about heart diseases, sorry, I can't help you." Does it make sense? No. Lack of curiosity drives the software architect to immobility and failure. The software architect has to be curious, to expand his boundaries, to be able to understand the client's need, to ask himself continuously, "What if?" The curiosità talent is the tool the software architect needs to tell the client that he is going to give him an answer to his problem and attend to his need. The software architect will probably have to learn about images and real-time processing, but this learning, this curiosità, is part of his job. Evolution is a constant in the life of the software architect, so he has to be receptive to new knowledge that comes with an open mind. Be ready to learn as quickly as the software and the technology evolve. In summary, in this video, I have presented the Da Vinci Curiosità talent and shown how it applies to the software architect professional. I leave you to reflect on your own what-if questions.